Welcome back, you beauties. Let's talk sports on a different level. The World Sports Betting Cape Town Met is an annual extravaganza that takes horse racing literally to the next level. It's not just a race. It's a prestigious event that marries the thrill of thoroughbred racing, the pinnacle, with themed showcases of fashion, of culture, entertainment. It's the party of the year, let's be honest. And here to unveil the official 2024 World Sports Betting Met theme is the man at the helm, our director, Hilton Hassan, and then Cape Racing's Chief Operating Officer, Donovan Everett. Guys, you must feel like racehorses sitting at the gate, ready to let this one run. Because we've spoken about some major sporting events, but when it comes to changing your life with the right kind of bet and entering into this other kind of world, the Met is special. How does this sit in your calendar? Why is this such a big one, Hilton?
Oh, Graham, sure, when I started in the industry 30 years ago, there was only horse racing.
Yeah, there we go.
There was no casinos, no online betting. Even sports betting only started in 1996. So for entertainment purposes, horse racing was all there was. So as sort of the years have gone, this community sort of carried through. And you speak to anybody who now, how did you get into racing? They'll say their granddad or their father, they were involved.
Yeah.
So we're obviously involved in the community, getting involved with horse racing, owning horses, and then giving us opportunity to sponsor races like the Met and those sort of big events.
Yeah, and it's a win-win because you're feeding into your ecosystem. Lives are going to change. You're going to have these amazing stories emerging from it. And then you've got this culture at the center of it all. Donovan, you've got these horses that are just so magical. There is something so special. I think the last time I connected with you was in the maelstrom of all of that happening.
Definitely.
And I got to see what it means to the owners, to the jockeys, to the people. Why is this such a special event?
Well, I mean, it's just such a prestigious race.
Yeah.
It started in 1883, so it's well over 100 years old.
Crazy.
So the heritage along with it, the passion, the pride, and as you mentioned, the equine athletes, the owners themselves, the jockeys. It's a globally recognised race, and it really is the pinnacle of our season. It's the jewel in our crown. And it's fabulous to have World Sports Betting involved with it, and we're looking forward to an exceptional race this year, and really think just the revival of the Met as well. It struggled along over the last couple of years during COVID, prior to COVID as well. It was also sort of struggling a bit.
Different. It was
It was
different,
just different, And I think with these major events, you've got to reposition them. You've got to make them relevant. Cape Townians and South Africans are spoiled for choice when it comes to major events. So this year is very much a watershed year, and I think the prestige of the race and it being globally recognised and the competitiveness of it, it's really going to bring it to the forefront this year.
And lives will change. I keep going back to that, but I've been there. I've seen winners on both sides. And here you've got an event where you can watch the top horse races, their faces, and the guy sitting next to that track, their faces will look the same. They are as invested in that outcome, and that's I'm getting the goosebumps. That's what horse racing does to you. 27th of Jan is when it's going down, so we've got to put that in our diaries right now. People need the theme so they can start planning their outfits, my brother. But this theme, I think, is going to have more relevance this year. More people are going to want to rally behind it. What is our theme?
So the theme this year is Cape Splendor.
Cape Splendor. I like that.
If you're asking me about the theme, I'm more the horse person. Don is a lifestyle person, so he can give us more sort of insight.
I absolutely love that. So that it encapsulates a lot, but fill out the blank space.
It does encapsulate a lot. I think people are very proud of, obviously, what Cape Town represents. Cape Town is very much at the forefront in terms of tourism, globally recognised. Sure. And I think more recently, over the last sort of few years, we've become pretty much the events capital of the world. I think it's been voted for the last couple of years, and it's won. So it's very relevant globally, and we want to showcase Cape Town. Cape Town's got the beauty, it's got the mountain, it's got the beaches, it's got the flora and the fauna. So we thought, how do we bring this all into one melting pot? How do we put this into an event and present it to the world? So we thought Cape Splendor would be the best title for it, and we're tremendously excited about it.
And then you're selling for next year. You're selling the brand. I love it. Yeah. I'm going to ask, because watching the EFC last night was a bit of a thing for me, and I was like, oh, I must put out when Stefan Pretorius, when those odds came out, I was like, I've got to jump on board. But it does beg the question, when entering into the horse racing space, you want to have fun betting, you want to approach it with a bit of education. What's the best way to go into the Met? What sort of mindset from a betting perspective? What do you recommend?
There's a big build-up. So there's a lot of media, and it's not like a normal race day where you sort of get a race card the day before. There's a lot of avenues, a lot of platforms that you can follow. a lot of sort of tipping shows.
Some great pundits out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So the advice is just pick the people who you know are trusted, which is few and far between, and pick the winners. Yeah,
Yeah, just do that, man.
and never ask a bookie for a tip.
Okay. No, yeah, I know. That came, years of experience came pouring out of there from your heart. I get that. Can I ask you guys for a tip? Your mates must be on you like glue, like flies going towards a Met.
I tell you, our season's only really starting now on the 26th of November, and there's a long way to go. We've got some really big race days coming up, so it's wide open. You know, where there's some superstars like Charles Dickens that are coming to the fore that have really performed over the last year. You know, there's Jet Dark that won it last year. So, you know, I think it's a wide open field. I think the start of the season is going to dictate a lot of things of how the horses perform. And I think definitely up the weeks leading up to the Met, it's as Hilton said, you know, it's going to become really sort of hyped up. And
you can empower yourself with some really good knowledge here.
100%, you know, so it's going to be wide open. The excitement's there. And I think, you know, like Hilton says, maybe don't listen to the bookies. But, you know, for those first-time punters, you're looking to put down wins, you're looking to put down places, and I think, you know, every horse has an opportunity.
Yeah, and that's the joy of the Met, man. You can have an outside come in and make someone's life change dramatically. Lives will change, whether it's for the jockey, whether it's for the owners, whether it's for this incredible team that are bringing us what I think will be the premier event of 2024. Cape Town Met, World Sports Betting Premier Event of the Year is here. Yeah, if only we didn't work in live TV. I have a feeling I'm going to pay some fines before I win my winnings on race day, 27th of January. Put it down in your diary. I think after that I need a bit of a ping pong challenge.